Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour.
Two distinct feuds that are going on between organised crime groups in Salford. One centres around a group in Little Hulton and one centres around a group in central Salford and Swinton.
Thank you for joining me, I really appreciate it. What a year it has been for Jordan. The Manchester rapper burst onto the scene with his track Lifestyle.
If money doesn't grow on trees, tell me what the haze is. Where the bait is, please know our faces.
He then followed it up with a collaboration with Brixton rapper Hard Ads with Old Friends, which also went viral. He has earned 2 plaques for 1 million streams, and he's done all of this while in prison.
5-man unlock, I know what pressure is. Nickings coming under my door, no letters did. 3 rhyme Mackies, double catty with a terrorist. My dad killed himself in a cell, that's some heavy shit.
On the 13th of March 2019, Jordan was recalled to prison. Jordan has lost his parole, and this means that he will not be able to apply for it again until early next year in 2020. He was serving a 6 to 7 year sentence. They recalled him allegedly for a Section 18 they believed he had committed, and they believed that he was part of a county lines operation which had involved violence that had occurred. They had no evidence for this, and they have actually not pressed any charges, but due to this and also his behaviour in prison, they have revoked his parole, so he's going to have to spend another couple of months in prison. And Jordan is devastated at this news, especially with all the success he's been having. Like, Jordan seriously will actually sell tickets, like people will come to see Jordan 100%. We're going to go to the Manchester Evening News to discuss his most recent appearance. The jailed rapper has become a YouTube star with Salford gangster videos from behind bars. So what he did was he posted a short clip on Instagram where he was rapping, because his Instagram's been taken down now. They've also taken away forms of money that he's got, and they've also took his TuneCore as well, and this is where you get money for streaming your music. And I don't understand how that's possible, because Jordan didn't record this music in prison that it's been on TuneCore. This freestyle is not on TuneCore. It says in the Manchester Evening News, he raps in YouTube videos glorifying guns and violence, and he has amassed over 3 million views. He's actually amassed nearly 6 million views, and he's just released a new song today called Took Me Back, and it's a very good song. It's very deep, and he breaks it down, and he's also directed it himself because he's having to use the fact that he's not available outside of prison, and he's going to have to tell stories, and it's really creative what he's doing, and it's something more positive than whatever he was doing beforehand. It says that Jordan 25 now faces a parole board review, which is expected to take into account his online antics. Jordan from Little Hulton in Salford was among 11 people, including his mother and his brother, who was hit with gangbo injunctions in 2016 as part of the drive to tackle gang shootings and rivalry that was occurring in the area. After being released from prison earlier this year, McCann employed a slick production team to make YouTube videos to promote his rap music, with all his friends featuring in it. They then go on to quote a few of his lyrics, where they will take the worst lyrics from your song and just say this is what this person is about. Like this song, yes, there is some lyrics in it that Jordan is talking about things he's participated in, things he's got up to. They then go on to talk about his brother Patrick McCann, who was jailed for 17 years for his part in a conspiracy. Kane Morrison, Jordan's very good friend from day one, who also appears on the billboard in his new music video, was jailed for several shootings in that case as well. They believe he was responsible for several, and he was jailed for 17 years. The other friend that is on the billboard is Ryan McDonald. Ryan McDonald was jailed for 25 years to serve a minimum of 20 years for escaping from a prison van. He was on his way to court at the time when he was broken out by masked men with multiple firearms. There was a massive manhunt that eventually led to his arrest.
When this happened at around 9 this morning, the traffic on this busy road was stationary. giving the men their opportunity to spring the prisoners from the van.
And with all these billboards, renting out prisons, Jordan has done this all on his own, and he's been supported in the scene by a lot of big artists. He's been shouted out by Heady One, Tundi. He's got a lot of support across the ball, and he's served a lot of time in nearly every prison in the country. He's been to 15 prisons, from Winson Green to Strangeways and everywhere in between.
Just started rapping and I'm fucking exploding. New to the drama, never posting. Nothing like you Spice Boys posing. Never been on Instagram. Anytime I double tap, I was trying to kill a man. Smoking. Me and Kane dipping from a mission. John smoking. Now Kane's in the waves getting frozen. And in jail that I went down.
They say that McCann boasts about coming out and doing shootings on licence, and says he's robbed half his town, he can't get consignment, and then he talks about keeping his graph phone, etc, etc. Which in reality, it's like I said, this is the life that Jordan has been living, so it's his reality. So we can't tell somebody that they can't talk about what is their reality. All we can do is try and encourage them to be more constructive, and at the end of the day, Jordan isn't just one-sided. He says stuff about what he's done, what he's been through, etc, etc, but he also talks about what he's lost. He's spent the best part of his teenage years and early 20s in prison. He's done 12 sentences. He's been to prison, and he's been in and out of prison since he was 13 years old. First convicted violent offence was attack of a police officer when he was 13 years old. And when I first heard about Jordan, it was this sort of thing that made me intrigued by him, because I want to know what drives somebody to do that. Do you know what I mean? You don't just become that violent that young for no reason. So obviously it drew my attention, and as I've got to know him, I've realised that he's been through a lot. Like, this geezer has been through so much. As he said in Old Friends, where he spoke about the loss of his father in prison, his dad committed suicide in prison. They actually put him on the same wing that his father killed himself. And to me, what the hell is that going to do to your head? Imagine being in prison is bad enough on its own. Imagine being in prison in the same place where in the same wing where somebody that you love took their own life. I couldn't imagine anything worse than that. And when they're talking about the effect that that must have on somebody's mental health, it must be a contributing factor.
My whole life's been drama. Had me on the field with a shotty like a farmer. Armed robbery to cold solitary, it's karma. Will I die slow in a cell like my father? 9 Christmases in a row, nothing's hard. I say, yeah bro, I fucking hate the Bible.
The papers claimed the brothers Patrick and Jordan was involved in shootings that other people was actually convicted for. This misinformation has never been removed from online, and I think this is really bad, because at the end of the day, if someone hasn't been convicted for a crime, there should at least be an article to clarify that. 13 suspects were hit with a gang injunction, and they banned Jordan from several streets in the area, his own area. He couldn't go on certain roads and certain groves. They reported several shootings. There was a lot of murders happening in the area, attempted murders, assaults, and things were getting out of hand. And the police say this was the worst violence since the 80s Mossad war, where the gangs were battling with Mossad, and the police actually gained special powers and funding in order to tackle it. And as I said, in Jordan's new song, he talks about his journey through the prison system throughout his whole life. What I've took from this song is that this is educational.
Back to jail and reception getting packed down. This fam modern wrestlers is slapped down. Running round, let alone cracked out. Slap rounds, finally made my mum proud.
Jordan has done well for himself. He's got himself a fan base. He's found something constructive in life that he can focus on that isn't illegal. Like music, he can make as much music as he wants, and he can't go to prison for it. But it feels like at the moment, like they are trying to stop his music and also restrict him from being able to do that, which I don't want to see happen. I want to see him come out. I want to see him focus on music. So big up Jordan, big up Lil Holton. Go and stream that new song as well. Took me back, and I really appreciate you joining me today. So please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll definitely keep you updated with any information I get from him as well. So thank you for joining me again. Peace.